said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it.
Yeah. That's also
And if you have something nice to say, probably say it.
Yeah. Thumper's mom also.
Who's?
Thumper, the bunny from Bambi.
Ah. I've not watched Bambi.
Ever?
No.
You don't have to.
But I have watched these players before. Sewerperson and Vanguard both. Talented players from the Texas area. We will get to see the Steve and the Ike go up against each other. Second occurrence of Ike spotting.
Wow. It's crazy that we've seen a second Ike before we've seen a second Steve.
Yeah.
This is our first Steve.
As far as I know. I mean, I was out getting
That's
lunch.
fair. I might have missed some of the other matches, but I know for sure 2 Ikes.
Yeah.
Sewerperson did pretty well in doubles with DJ Don rocking double Steve.
Yes. Yes,
and now, just 1 Steve to fight off the Ike. And just 1 Ike to fight the Steve. No Ike climbers in sight.
No. That would be helpful, I think.
Sometimes I wonder how the game would be different if there was just 2 of me.
Probably a little easier, I bet.
For me.
For me, yeah.
Not for anybody else.
Sewerperson going low, having been thwarted of the stage control. Yeah, you are hearing in the background, by the way, Mortal Kombat just finished. So big shout outs to King Gambler for taking the dub, I do believe. But
award ceremonies going off and such.
Ike versus Steve. This is a matchup where it's just like it's bad for Ike.
Yeah.
But don't get it twisted. One of the things that is not difficult for Ike are those walls. He can really deal with those.
Oh yeah, the nair and the forward air are just gonna crumb right through those blocks.
Sorry, what was that?
You know what? I got speech jammed by the announcements, so whatever I'm saying right now, I hold no accountability.
Just these 2.5 minutes, I just want you all to bear with us.
What I said was they creme.
They creme. Oh God, they turned him French.
Oh no!
Help!
It's all right, guys. I'm back.
All right, yeah, we are back indeed. So, Sewerperson does get that stock lead. I believe does have diamond tools.
Absolutely.
Unless
does
my
have
eyes
diamond.
deceive me.
They do not deceive you.
And that's one of the things is that I feel like Steve shouldn't get the most, mining in this matchup. That feels like something that Ike should be able to pressure him out of. But I mean, tons of resources from Sewerperson so far.
You don't get mining in the traditional way where you just put up the wall and say, hey, deal with it. And the opponent's like, ah. But you do get some time in that Ike's recovery just takes so much time.
It does.
That once you knock him off, you can just start mining and you are probably okay with whatever resources you find in those moments.
I love Sewerperson going for the build the stone blocks underneath the angel platform. You will not get down to the ground immediately, my friend.
No, you're in jail.
Will
Air
not be
jail.
Not the way Akola was doing it. Did you see Akola put the tea into the house?
Literally in prison.
It was awesome. Pac-Man was just standing there like, this is nice.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Sending, once again, a lot of time to mine now that Vanguard's been knocked off stage. Don't have a backup diamond just yet, but this one's pretty fresh.
I don't think you need one.
Who needs a backup?
That was, I do believe, unless my eyes deceive me, that was a Phantom Block reverse into the back air. Unless my eyes deceive me, but that looked like a nair into a back air, and there's only one way that's possible.
Yeah, by hoping and believing and
doing the correct technology.
The power of friendship is usually the way that I pull that one off.
That's part of it. That's part of it. So Kalos for game 2, this is the Ike counter pick. So, I mean, I guess you do get to live for a heck of a lot longer. But
you sure do. And we've already kind of established in the first game that Sewerperson is going to get those resources. So don't think too much about trying to, prevent that. More so, focus on your strengths.
What do you do well?
And I feel like this is a good choice for that. Now, you do have to be careful because now there's a couple more avenues for Steve to come at you on those
Finish his plate, especially, right? That's one of the things that these Kalos side platforms do give a couple of characters as some early confirmed potential where, on Pokemon Stadium 2, those are just jammed much closer towards the center. But here you can really get somebody near the ledge in a compromising position and, just wail on them. And that is exactly what Sewerperson has been doing. 45 seconds into the game, hardly but a scratch.
And Vanguard choosing to not involve themselves with the walls at all, knowing that they're going to come tumbling down courtesy of the TNT. much like Vanguard's first stock.
Ooh, love the idea right there to go for the back throw into something to set up an edge guard, and especially stopping sewerperson, if just for a moment, from getting those diamonds started. But here we go.
We're getting those diamonds started indeed. We've got it a lot of damage off of just the first hit. Now up to 87. Whoa!
Wow! That was actually, that was such a good bait to put up that block. Put in Vanguard's mind, hey, maybe I can side B into that and sort of stop my landing lag, get into a nice position where I can stop short, going away from it so that you don't get hit, and then immediately getting right back up there and punishing it. And sewerperson took to Kalos very kindly, it seems.
Yeah, definitely a place that sewerperson is comfortable with.
To say the least.
A 3 stock in game 2, and Vanguard turns and says, run it back.
Run it back.
Right away, no thought.
It's not the stage's fault that 50% is not even a number that sewerperson reached in that game.
Yeah.
That's how dominant that one was.
That's insane.
And yeah, I really don't think that it's down to the stage. I think that you just really have to be so much more mindful of, you know, the way that Steve is starting these combos, the spacing at which sewerperson is trying to play, and I think especially, you know, given that Ike's offense is so linear, the way that sewerperson is trying to bait out those approaches and then coming back to punish them. Yeah,
getting a lot of mileage out of anti-airs, catching Vanguard before he's even able to finish the neutral air. That's been huge.
Ooh, missed that recovery. Vanguard already racking up some quick damage. Stuck in the minecart, so here we go for a little bit of a ride. 94% to give sewerperson a little bit more time. Sliding right under the block to start up a combo, too. That's just disgusting, honestly.
That's an avenue of attack that Vanguard had no access to, but sewerperson sliding right on in. Ooh, bonk on the wall, still able to make it back through there.
Part of the benefit of Kalos for Steve, I guess, right, is that that kind of recovery is possible. And he disappeared behind the player cam.
The express trip off stage.
Now Ike turned into sewerperson. But here we go. Vanguard getting that first stock on the board, so clearly it was not the stage's fault. And I do think that part of what we were talking about, right, is coming into play, just being a lot more mindful of the way that things start for sewerperson, really coming in clutch for Vanguard.
And to dodge out of the way of that minecart, you know what they say about Texas public transportation.
It doesn't exist.
It's not very good.
There isn't any.
Yeah. Don't want to be involved in whatever you call that.
To give you guys a picture, driving from Grapevine to Arlington, which is where we are now, we're in Arlington. Driving from Grapevine to Arlington is about 23 minutes. To get there by train is an hour and a half because you must take the Dart from Grapevine to Fort Worth, which is all the way on the other side of the Metroplex, and then take the Dart from Fort Worth to Arlington.
Yeah.
But forget what I'm talking about. We had a sewerperson 3 stock in the last round on Kalos. Now Vanguard working on one of his own. He is working much faster than the Dart.
Yeah, certainly faster than the Dart. Not necessarily faster than sewerperson in the last game. Finally finding their footing and responding with an anvil to take this first stock of Vanguard's. But Vanguard's still looking incredibly solid, taking a little bit of damage here, but you know, far from over.
Man, coming him right through the opening of the blocks as well as sewerperson. I mean, definitely not out of it. Has some iron tools right now and can continue to turn on that heat. Up B's not going to connect the whole horse.
Yeah, manages to escape through the power of friendship alone.
No SDI. No misspacing, it was friendship that did it.
Purely that, and I would argue anybody who thinks differently. Sewerperson building a wall once again. Vanguard so easily swiping it down.
And going to the rims of the stage to mine more iron. I almost said iron more iron, which would be incorrect. That's not what was happening.
Iron is a Yu-Gi-Oh card that never saw any play. It was bad.
I love facts.
That's just a fact.
I love information.
Oh!
Narrative back here, though, is putting sewerperson in a real tough spot. Still struggling to find a confirm to take out this last stock. And Ike's a heavy guy. Again, on Kalos, he can live for a heck of a long time. sewerperson hasn't even been able to find the time to get the set of tools up to diamond. In fact, that's a second diamond, and it's not even going to be useful because you only need the one right now as Vanguard gets taken to last stock, but still a chance for sewerperson nonetheless, and here comes that chance.
That's so much damage. Already just about evened up the game just because the access to diamond was found. We've got pretty low resources, almost none at this point. Vanguard has kind of done a good job of keeping sewerperson
Smart.
from mining, but oh my goodness, you've just got free access down there. What's Ike gonna do?
Up air, your
Oh.
high recovery with the minecart. Vanguard had to drop off the stage to get that up air out at the right height. That was intelligent.
Solid presence of mind to not get flustered and try to go for anything too antsy. Catching sewerperson, farming the resources down below. You know, eventually they do have to come back up and up pretty high, as it turns out. Ready to intercept.
A bit too high. And it was smart by sewerperson to go off stage just to get at least one iron to give you a powered rail minecart back to stage. But because you went out to do that, because you sacrificed your time and your ledge grab invincibility to get that iron, to use that minecart, Vanguard knew what was coming to go back to the stage. And that's why we saw that preemptive drop off the stage to then go right back on with that up air. I love that gameplay.
Already starting out this next game, though, with a lot of damage. sewerperson trying to make up for some lost time in the last game. Up to 94. We've got TNT controlling center stage.
And sewerperson knows, based on the past, that Vanguard is just not going to engage with that even a little bit, so free time to mine.
Exactly. That's something you haven't had a lot of access to earlier in this set. Has diamond now, just a wheezy bit of iron.
May need to go away, though, to make it back to the stage. I love the easy edge grab right there. Vanguard staying close, not letting sewerperson immediately build up to those diamonds to just, start wrecking house, because we have seen what sewerperson can do with diamonds in hand.
Gonna have to find a clean hit to build up this diamond if we even choose to. At this point, I feel like it would certainly be worth it.
Oh! Whoa! I love the idea from Vanguard, but sewerperson able to recognize in advance of what was happening and get back to a safe spot. Now has the diamonds available, and ideally would probably like to get one more diamond ready for the next stock.
Yeah, we definitely want to use the fast mining you have access to through the diamond to try to get some of that. But maybe just take your time with it and have Vanguard be the one who chooses when they're going in. Have that second diamond ready now.
And building up just a lot of these low blocks, too, just to take away your ability to approach on the ground game. Like, now I know for sure that either you're going to jump or you're going to get stopped at a certain distance. Not stopping Vanguard right now, though. Still first stock yet to be taken for either of these players as we're nearing 2 minutes in this game. And that up B is still not going to be enough.
Oh, the minecart just barely knocking Vanguard out of range for this ledge trap. Oh, sewerperson just needs a baby hit. Will up there do it? Yeah, sure.
For sure. It is a strong move, and cavalcade of blocks does stop Vanguard from coming back down off the Angel platform for some immediate pressure. And again, still diamond tools in hand, so you got to be very careful of the reversal off the ledge because it can mean a ton of damage. But sewerperson maybe getting a little bit greedy, looking for a nair into forward air. Missed that timing. Vanguard got the big punish for it.
Yeah, that was a big punish, but comes back down with diamond access, is able to still maintain the aggression and get a little bit of that mining going. Plenty of iron now.
I forgot about the word access. And when you said diamond access, I thought that you were talking about like a feminine axe, like a female ruler that is an axe, an access.
Oh, I love that idea. I just love the concept of that.
I still don't understand how my brain works.
Yeah, me neither, but I love
goodbye.
And that's why you don't take the Texas public transit.
That's average day on the dart.
It is not good. Man, I wish we could do something with that legislatively.
You know what I just realized is that it's called the dart. I would assume that means Dallas area rail transit.
Oh, I never thought about what it may have
However,
stood
they
for.
also call the buses the dart, so that's not on rails.
No, it's not.
Is it reliable transit? Because if
sure
so, you need to change that name.
Yeah, I disagree.
Uh-oh. sewerperson with that air dodge to proc the hitbox on the quick draw, forced that up B, but did not get a punish on it afterwards. Still plenty of time to build it up. 8s lighting up all over the place into the flat 100. It's just going to take one more solid hit, back air, you name it. I mean, with diamond tools, that stock is not long for this world.
Absolutely not. TNT kind of boxing Vanguard in. Send the rails at him. In comes the dart.
Tell him to send out the lobster.
Tell him to send out the lobster. I love that.
I love that. DJ Khaled is so... He's an
fella.
interesting critter.
Critter, yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Air dodge back in behind the minecart just to create some safe space. And sewerperson not pushing things too hard right now. Just really wants to say, hey, I'm not going to commit to anything. I don't want to give you a big opening. No iron to proc an anvil. And here we go to final stock. sewerperson will be able to get some diamond tools, but Vanguard not out of the woods yet.
158%, going to take a while to recover, so we're building the walls. We're building a full stack of iron.
Now you can just play extra safe, and this is what's scary about Steve, is that he has the ability to really just slow the game down, play to a pace where he's satisfied with. You've only got 2 minutes left on the clock, so you can't just sit in the corner and let him mine forever. And one wayward attack, and it will be a returnal moment for you. That back air from sewerperson closing out the set 3-1 for Ego and Vanguard from Cup. Down into the losers bracket, but did have a really solid showing in that game 3.
Yeah, absolutely.